Okay, so it didn't take us long to get into a controversial subject, and that would be tomato sauce. Now, you certainly can't talk about sauces without talking about tomato sauce. Certainly, the Italians would not think highly of that because it's probably one of the most prominent sauces in the Italian culture of culinary. However, tomato sauce is not considered one of the mother sauces. Now keep in mind that the mother sauces are derived from French culture. So the fact that tomato sauce doesn't speak so less to the importance of tomato sauce, but speaks to the influence the Italian culinary culture has had. And so here we're talking about tomato sauce. And so, like many sauces start out, I'm going to saute in this some celery, carrots, some garlic, and some onions, and you just saute that up, cook that down for a little bit, and then to this particular sauce, a traditional tomato sauce would not have this, but I enjoy the flavors that it adds to my tomato sauce, and I add about 5 pounds of roasted vegetable, and that roasted vegetable consists of eggplant, zucchini, summer squash, peppers, typical ones that I would add. There might even be mushrooms in there. If you don't like any of those ingredients, certainly you don't need to do them. You do not need to add them to this recipe. A classic tomato sauce would not have this. However, in this particular recipe, when you see we look at the consistency of the sauce at the end, part of the consistency of the sauce comes from the addition of these vegetables being pureed in it, so the cells add to the body and thickness. So if you do not do those tomatoes in here, you would need to adjust, likely by adding more tomato paste. So in this recipe, for this particular sauce, we've got the celery, carrots, onions, garlic, and then we have the roasted vegetables. We have 2 cups of balsamic vinegar and 2 cups of burgundy wine. And we have 2 number 10 cans of whole peeled tomatoes, 1 can of kitchen ready tomato fillets, 1 can of crushed tomatoes, and then 2 smaller cans of crushed tomatoes, and then we have we've added some water as well. Part of the reason we add the water is it's going to cook out, and so that all cooks together. And again, we've got our handy dandy immersion blender, and we blend all that stuff together, and then as we get to the end, we're gonna check the consistency of our sauce. We don't want it too thin, we don't want it too thick, and again, any adjustments there. Now, the tomato sauce, it can be used as a base for a number of other sauces. You can flavor that with meats. You can flavor that with puttanesca, which has capers and olives typically, but this is our tomato sauce. This is going to cook for 3 or 4 hours, and learn it, make your own, enjoy.